after. And then I will make you co-host or whatever host.
Well, today was going to be more of a working social media Zoom, but we wanted to just do some more social media training. So, what would you guys like to learn or maybe see? Is everyone on here on Facebook? I presume everyone is on Facebook. No, Cheryl, you're on Instagram. But that's right. I did tell you that you could connect your Facebook group with it's just another group of people. So with your social media, I always try to encourage people to be as authentically themselves as they can be. You're not trying to duplicate someone else and try to be someone that you're not. People are genuinely interested in what is going on in your life. And even though you might not see them watching you, everybody is watching you. And everyone, I just think since COVID happened and we were all isolated into our homes, people love to be as nosy as they can. Like, whoa, what's going on with Cheryl? What's going on with Veronica? What's going on? All of this stuff. So I always encourage people to change their Facebook profile page picture ever or face like your social media profile picture every now and then because people love to see something fresh. They love to know, oh, this picture isn't hasn't been sitting up on my profile picture for 5 years or something like that. So, but you really can leverage your time by and using social media as a way of casting your nets far and wide. And even if you think, I'm just, this old beggar. Nobody wants to, is really interested in my life. You'd be very surprised at, people wanting to know, well, what do you know? You've lived a lot longer than me. What are some fun, quirky things or advice that you would give? Or what do you do retired in the woods? And, completely, what does that life kind of look like? Because people don't always they don't live that's not a normal, setting for everybody. So I'm always intrigued. People were always very intrigued when I lived in Scotland and they were like, ooh, what does life on the farm look like on the other side of the world? And so people are interested. So so if you create a post or a story, so a story is something, Cheryl, are there stories on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, so stories very similar where you post a story and you can add sound and you can add music to it and then it disappears in 24 hours. But what's really cool is you can kind of see who looked at that story. And I don't ever reach out to the people that looked at the story, but I'm always very intrigued with like, ooh, like there were 200 people that saw that story of my husband who just ran a half a marathon, whereas like 3 years ago, he was popping 16 Tylenols a day. So I still haven't posted that one yet, but I'm going to. And then that is a dribble. That is a curiosity post. We want to create curiosity posts. So we don't ever use the word life wave. We don't use the word X39 because what are people going to do? They're going to be like, oh, what is this life wave? And then you've lost them. So you want to create something very curious, whether it's a picture of you holding up a patch or maybe wearing one and then saying, this is my superpower. What's yours? Or like, this is my, this is my secret anti-aging reversing, wellness tool that I've added to my routine these last several months, and it's completely changed my life. There's a lot of different ways that you can, you know, um, just work it around. So, a tool that I like to use to help me create and think outside of the box is ChatGPT. And this is a free tool that we can use, and I can just show you guys what that looks like and how, because that's another free resource that we can use to be creative and really ask it. I always tell people become really good friends with ChatGPT because she is a wealth of knowledge and is up to date on everything that is going on. So,
Sarah,
sorry, that was my phone. Yes.
is ChatGPT a part of Facebook or
It's
Instagram?
no, I think it's AI.
Oh, okay.
It's AI. 1 second, real quick, you guys.
While we're having 1 second, I just want to say hi to everybody.
Hi, Anne.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it'd be fun to know something about everybody who's on here.
Okay, sorry. So ChatGPT is a free resource. I mean that for some reason, if I have it on my phone, it likes to, it's not coming up as free. Let me zoom out of this. It's like way too, let's see. So if I do this, okay, so I go here and I ask ChatGPT, and I always say before and when you start, whenever you first start, you don't, sorry, let's see. Oh, what's going on? There we go. So you don't have all of these tabs over here to the left. I've been using this for a while, so I ask it different questions. And so, but you're always going to want to start with like, okay, ask me 10 questions to get to know me and, to get to know me and my business. And so I'm trying to think, I did this the other day with someone, right? Oh, I did ask, okay, so I go to a networking group as well. And I was like, create me a 30 seconds, because that's all I get, an engaging networking speech. And this is what it came up with in just a couple of seconds. So when you start your ChatGPT conversations, and if it's your very first one, you want to say, ask me 10 questions to get to know me and my business. And so then it will have lots of questions that it will ask you. And I'm trying to think if I can see where the last one that I asked. And so it'll start asking you questions on like, okay, like, why do you do what you do? And what excites you? How did you get into this? And you just kind of start answering the questions, and it'll always come back and say, wow, that is really interesting. How cool. Like, would you like me, like, it'll ask you and spark questions. And then you can say, like, for instance, I was wanting to tap onto why is it important to drink water? So I said, create me a Facebook post explaining the importance of drinking while wearing the patches. And because it knows what the patches are, because I've told it, then it can say, oh, like within a matter of seconds, oh, of course, you experience faster noticeable results. Your body can flush out toxins. And so it just creates this process. And if it says stem cells, you can say, remove the word stem cells, and then it will completely revamp it. You can say, add more of this, add more of that, or take away this, make it shorter. And so this has been a great way if you're wanting to just continue to educate the people that are already wearing the patches too. If you have a way to message them all or email them all, you can say, hey, make sure you're drinking your water. Here's why. And ChatGPT can kind of help you come up with that.
So Sarah, before you go any further here, can you just tell us, basically, do we just type in chatgpt.com in your web
Yeah.
browser, and then it will
Yeah.
come up, and then you create
Yeah.
an account, right?
Yes.
An account with your email or your Google ID or your,
Mhm.
and then you go in, and there's no conversations in there yet. You just start a
Yeah,
conversation.
there's nothing will show up here
So
on
you
the
just
left.
So you just type in that question.
So you've got this little box right here, and it'll say, ooh, a new chat. What can I help you with? And then
That
you're
little-
gonna say,
that little editing icon, like with the pencil, you start there and
yeah,
you
right
say,
here.
ask me. Okay, ask me 10 questions.
Yeah,
about-"
ask me, 10 questions to get to know me and my business, you know. So, and you just literally start from there to get to know me and my business. And then it'll say, okay, what inspired you to start your business and what keeps you going when things get tough? If someone asks, what do? What do you say in 1 to 2 seconds? So you just come down here. See, where is it? Reply. Where's that? Let's see. Okay, so you just reply down here. You say, oh, well, this is what I do. And so you just start the casual conversations and you can honestly, I think was it me and Cheryl were asking it like, what's the difference between a reel and a video? We had no idea. I asked ChatGPT and we had an answer within like a couple of seconds. So there's really nothing that you cannot ask ChatGPT and it will give you feedback. You can even ask it to create a what was I doing yesterday for my mom? On our book club, we were talking about the power of like our words. And I was like, can you create me a picture that shows the power of our words creating our world? And it came up with like a flyer. Like it was pretty remarkable. So it's very it's very cool. So
It came up with a flyer.
yeah, okay. So you guys haven't seen it yet.
Can you like print that off then?
No, so then I used it for, let's see. Oh, let's see. I used it for one of my mom's posts because I help her with her social media ideas and stuff. So where it was on here when I first, let's see, maybe Business Insight Chat. No. Yeah, so so she wanted me to post a picture of her, she sent me a picture of her and her foot. And so I found from ChatGPT what was that spot and what were the benefits of that spot. It was like the kidney one, like this spot on the foot. And I was like, oh, well, what is, so then I shared, what like it was and what it does and stuff because she knew, but she was like, oh, I want to know. So I'm trying to find, I did try to, let's see, nothing engaging Facebook questions. So all of this stuff is things that I have, like gifts for teens under $20 for Christmas. You're like, what do you get them for? You just, I mean, honestly, it's like, what is the difference between, yeah. So it just engaging questions for Facebook. This is always something really interesting. So, but yeah, books for success. I was like, what are some books for success? And gave me like a whole, list of, what they are and what to do. Let's see. Engaging post. So this is one that I did to kind of like, does anybody have any like specific questions that they want me to answer real quick or what they want to learn how to do more? Has anybody since our last conversation dabbled with ChatGPT?
I just dabbled with ChatGPT this morning because I've been reading a book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. Yeah, it's a book that's been around for a really long time. So I just asked GPT for a summary of the book, and then I asked it to create an engaging Facebook post based on the summary of the book, and it did it. It's so awesome. It just said, did you know your thoughts can literally change your cells? I just dove into Bruce Lipton's The Biology of Belief, and my mind is blown. Here's the crazy part. Genes aren't destiny. Okay, so she gives 3 things here. Genes aren't destiny, and she describes that. Then she says mind over matter. She describes that. Then she says reprogram your brain, and she talks about that. So I said, change the word hypnosis for prayer. And so she did. She changed the whole thing up, took the word hypnosis out, and put the word prayer back in. So anyway, I thought it was really cool. So I'm going to post it. You guys can look for it on my Facebook page.
Wow. I mean, honestly, this takes the time and the effort. I mean, you can kind of, spend time trying to figure out things like that, but it's so easy. So I asked it, and this is I said, what did I said? Real ideas, please. Like, just give me some real ideas, not REAL, but real. And, you know, things I don't have to do, but I do like quick clips, right? So, but I was even asking like, do I have to wear them forever? So I did like like a FAQ, frequently asked questions. I just jumped on and did a little video of like, hey, this is a frequently asked question. Do you have to wear them forever? And I literally almost word for word said this in my video. I kind of had to memorize it though to make it look, how long should I wear the patches? Great question. Another frequently asked questions is how long in a day do you wear them and why does it, that's a commonly asked question.
But Sarah,
Yes.
I think it would be helpful for you to go over some of the basic things that you've talked to us about before, because I'm not sure if everybody has thought about this, and maybe you could show us a little bit of your Facebook posts, because
Yeah, of course.
when Sarah does hers, Sarah, can you tell them about like how to think about interacting with people, building like a curiosity, and that you don't put like a lot of like technical or business stuff. That's
Mhm.
more, you put more like you kind of balance it out with more personal, like.
Yes. So
What-
I do try to keep it very much like 20 minutes. I'm sorry, 20 minutes, 20% business. I'm probably veering on more 40% business, 60% personal. I try to definitely make sure it's not just like business, business, business. And I try to change like this picture quite often so that people don't get used to the same, face. I recently, last night, I shared like this is what springtime looked like for me 2 years ago. I took over the midnight duty on our farm when it was lambing season. Grateful to not be elbow deep in sheep this year. And it kind of gives people like a picture like that of me living here, that if the friends that I've made here, they just can't believe that that was even a lifestyle that I used to live. So when people comment, like Miss Ann Ford did, you always want to like reply, um, with something, even if it's like, thank you, you're so sweet, or if it's like, thank you, you're so sweet. Um, because it's showing Facebook that you are a real human being. You're creating content that people want to look at and that there's conversations going on. So the more you actually get little clicks like this, um, it changes. Like it helps the next time you post, it goes out a little bit further. And so I also did another personal post yesterday about like help a mama out. What are some good book suggestions? You always want to post like a picture. A picture will get people's attention versus just putting words out there. And so that is, hold on.
Nancy, I think you're triggering your volume.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Nancy,
I
Nancy,
was just shouting at my kids real quick.
Nope.
So
yeah, there you go.
she just
Thank you,
phoned.
Nancy.
So if you want to phone her back.
If
Sorry.
somebody out on the street is doing something, I don't know what.
Oh,
So yesterday, I was like, does anybody have any good book suggestions? And I got 30 people to comment. And so I'm going to go back today and reply to each and every single one of them. And that will show Facebook like, oh my gosh, she's getting so much attention on this post. Like it just will make it go further out. So, but one of the things, let's see. This is someone okay, so this was a post that I created. Remember, I asked ChatGPT to let's see.
that was a frequently asked question about. should
Frequently
be ready
asked questions.
forever.
So I created
whenever you want to.
so I
Now, most
literally
people choose
voice
to be
recorded
very
myself.
love the way they make them feel.
But I got
Some-
ChatGPT to basically answer this question for me of, do I have to wear these patches forever? And I literally just voice recorded myself saying, this is a frequently asked question. So I got some shares, I got some comments on them, and you always just want to make
Hey, guys,
sure.
Just wanted to jump on and answer.
So Sarah, how do you make, I mean, this picture of you in this video is like really beautiful. So, I mean, not that you're not beautiful all the time, but this one's especially charming. So is there a trick to that? Is there, I mean, is there a way? Because when I look at myself on the computer, one of the reasons I don't like to post is because I don't like the way my face shows up. So anyway, just
Well, I
wondering.
mean, thank you, but okay, so whenever I like to when I put on like and I have this I put on fake lashes or whatever and I do them myself, so they're super cheap, but it makes me feel really girly and I challenge myself when I do my hair and my makeup that I'm like, okay, you're gonna make a post today. But I also think that people like to relate to realness. Like they don't want to look at a Barbie doll that looks like she's been airbrushed and like cheeks, implanted and Botox. They want to see Annie. They want to see your beautiful face. So a trick I have, and it's probably you probably know it, when you're holding the video, you don't want to ever come from down below because you're gonna have the view of all my chinny chin chins. But when you hold your camera up higher, it naturally makes you look slender and it's a more attractive angle. So
Yeah.
you can try that,
If I can do that, does that
you
make me look
know.
any better?
Yeah. So I'm like, hello, you guys. This is the view. You're going, like it's always higher than lower. I mean, that is just, something that helps. But I mean, it took me several times to do that, to say it without saying it. But, just, putting a little, doing yourself up a little bit and then just, getting out in some natural light. But people they would love to hear from you. So
Okay.
you could start with like some short 30-second, get to know me, or maybe like a minute. Your videos, you don't want to make your videos longer than a minute, 90 seconds, like at the max, just because people have got really slow attention span. So
We
Yeah.
could do maybe, if people have the capacity to record themselves, like to do like a little trial, like even a 15-second one, just to take a 15-second video of themselves. You know what I mean? Right now, and just say something.
yeah,
about
Cheryl.
themselves.
Well, I love that video of you, Sarah. It's so cute. You are just adorable, and so natural. And I just wanted to say, like, when you do, I mean, I've only done like one, and that was the day that it's like, by golly, I'm gonna share this beautiful product with people. And I chose to do it on our bridge. We have a bridge on the street over our river, Mackenzie River. But that wasn't the best spot because there were cars coming. So I was trying to get it all in, before the car came. So
Oh, that's so funny.
you don't want to do it on a bridge.
Well, and I was originally walking around this lake, and then I was like, and I was like, I obviously don't know no slow pace, but I was panting like ridiculousness. And I was like, Sarah, calm down. You're gonna have to stop, and you cannot walk and talk because you get out of breath. Oh, it's so funny. So yeah, it is learning. Like you don't want it to be super windy. That was my problem in Scotland, was it was like the wind and you couldn't hear. And so some people like to do things here, but I think it's really good to, do it outside, something in like a more natural setting than your office, but just switching it up. My next video could be sitting right here. I don't know. But yeah, so let's see. Oh, another fun one that I did was, let's
About
see.
this. How about
Okay,
What
so
do you
this
think
is like
about
a movie.
About
I've not
this?
seen any of this,
about this?
but okay, so I also made one, our little doggy passed away. So I'm trying to you can see personal business, self-care. I created another one last night, so I'm having a lot of fun creating these little videos with this thing called CapCut. It's an app that I made. There's templates there, like the whole I love it, I love it, I love it, and so I don't know if you can see this. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's quite funny. Let's see. I haven't posted it yet, so it's not on my thing, but it says the holy grail of healing in the form of photo light therapy. And it's another really funny, like, let's see if I can. Like it's just funny and quirky, and I'll post that at some point today on my social media. But I'm like, so I'm scrolling CapCut and there's templates out there, but that could be another time, but it just makes making videos, really fun. But when you're putting your brand, which they say like on Facebook, like your brand, like what are you and what do you stand for? I would try to find 3 things that maybe you're like, this is what I want to educate people with. Sherry Needleham is like, she's funny. She wants to say jokes. She wants to share sky pictures, and she wants to be a word of encouragement. And so she tries to really just post about those things, whether it's like, okay, I want to be like, health, homeschooling, trying to think, there was another one that I was thinking of, like health, obviously, homeschooling lifestyle, and something else. They're like, okay, this is, what I want I want to add value to them. I want them to be like, oh, this would be someone I would love to follow and see what is she posting? Because every time I listen to her, I get encouraged, or I learn something new, or I'm educated on how does my body work, or I'm learning how to make sourdough, or maybe I'm watching someone make sourdough bread, like it's just, all of these things people love to just watch. So, and what was it? The Earl Nightingale says, you get paid in this world based upon the value that you bring to people, and so I always just try to, make some fun, quirky little post. I shared this person today that was, but again, just responding to people when they say, oh, I didn't respond to this one. I should have. And it was like 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Carter. Every time you post, it makes your next post go further, further, further. And let's see if I have any stories. So it's a little bit, I don't know. Can you see stories on your big? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you can. I don't have like any stories posted right now. I don't think. No, I don't.
Does
But
everybody know how to do a story? Maybe you could just go over the basics of how to do a story.
yeah, of course. So on your story, you have, when you're at the top of your phone or on your computer, you have these story bits here, and they're just, I think they're like 30 seconds long, and so it just kind of brings people through a reel of, like, this is one of my friends that just went to Australia, so so it's just like a story reel. So sometimes I'll start with like a picture of me holding up a patch, or I'll, my kids just caught a turtle. We saw our first snake yesterday on our walk, and so anyways, it's just little clips. So I can do, and you can add music to it. You don't have to add music to it. You can add words to it.
How do you like add music? Like, does it come up with a list?
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So create a Facebook. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Okay, so this is kind of like my little, these are my pictures. So okay, so I'm gonna add a picture of my bread that I'm making, right? So we're going to, now let's see, shared add text. So you normally I do this normally on my phone, so you can choose whether to have it select a photo to crop and rotate, share to story. Let's see if you can add on my, okay, so do you tend to do it on your phone? Do most people probably do it on their phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for some reason, it's not actually showing me on my, So when you add, okay, I'm gonna just, for some reason, because I'm like, I'm not seeing like the music tab on
You wanna-
here.
Can you share your screen on your phone?
Maybe, let me
You
see.
you go to share screen and you hit, well, you hit on your iPhone, you hit, screen mirroring.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah,
you are
that
so
thing by your flashlight, that screen mirroring function, and then when you go share screen, you can select your phone as one of the options.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Okay, you are so clever. Okay, so let's see.
When you go to share screen, do you have share screen there? Yeah.
Yeah, so I do have share
And
screening.
then on your phone, you already hit screen mirroring as a
I
function.
think so. Yeah.
Okay, so now
So I did, so I kind of swiped it down and,
you had,
or let's
you
see.
had a tap on screen mirroring, so it's changed the function on your phone to do screen mirroring.
Is that
So-
on, is that on this screen right here, Anne?
Yeah, it's on that one. It's like two boxes that look like they're looking at each other. You know, they're kind of, I can't show you here.
Yeah, okay, so iPhone onto Sarah's Mac. That's what
It's above mine, it's above the word focus.
okay.
It's just two rectangles.
Okay, let's see. Two rectangles. Oh, right. I see what you mean. Okay, I see that. I see that. Okay, so onto my Mac. Wow, there we go. That is crazy. You are so knowledgeable. Okay, so right. So I guess I will. So if I do that, and then do I need to share my screen? You guys can see my screen already. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Ann Ford, you are so knowledgeable. Okay, so let's create a Facebook story. Okay. So, oh my gosh, my kids found like the cutest little turtles ever yesterday. Okay, so, right, so let's do a picture of my sourdough bread. I was going to create a little video, but we'll just do this. Okay, so you see these options right here on the side. You've got music, text,
Yeah.
so you can add music to it, like so, and you just kind of can save and find your favorite. So I like this one. Right? So I'm adding this to it. Our dough bread. Right, so bread making is so therapeutic. Oh, let's see if I can spell.
So you chose poster right then?
So this is a story, yeah.
So you chose poster to write that title, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna, so I just did this text. There's like the AA button there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can actually add like a sticker. So I'm tapping the top sticker right there that looks like a sticker, and I could be like, ooh, you want to add the time? Do you want to add the location? Do you want to add like I don't know, you could do, a GIF. You could literally say, rolling over my bread. Like it's, and then you pop, and then it's like, ooh, delicious, right? Like it's just, you just kind of be like, ooh, like which one kind of resonates more with like, you're like, and you can
Yeah.
add anywhere you want.
Cute.
So sourdough bread making is so therapeutic and delicious. Right. And so then I'm going to share, but you can add, like, you can tag someone to it. If you're like, ooh, like I want to tag, my husband Andrew in it, or if someone was there making it too. And the only thing I would say is when you are adding music, sometimes it'll show up with lyrics and it'll say, oh, you want like and that will end up being in the middle of your picture unless you move that. You can change the color of things. So
What does it mean, Sarah, when you tag somebody? What happens to that person?
it just means that story is going to show up on their story as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
And
then I
tell-
shared that.
Would
And
you
so
tell people
then,
what that story is too? Because some people may not know that a story like disappears and 24 hours.
Yeah, so all of these, so you can either on Facebook, you can scroll or you can look at people's stories. So that's why you kind of want to hit on both things. Because you don't know if people are just like, oh, they like to look at stories or they like to scroll. So you want to, your stories, which is like up here on top, they disappear after 24 hours, I believe. And so then they're gone to disappear forever. So my story is shared, and I'm gonna wait a couple minutes because then you can kind of see like, and you can see everybody else's stories too. And what I have heard
Did you
is
see a
that,
story from me that I just put up, or did I not finish it? I was trying to figure out if I did it.
oh, let's see. So I can look this way.
I mean, it just would have been within the last couple of minutes or like 5 minutes, so
Let's see.
it doesn't
Also,
look like it.
let's see if there's a way for me to be able to see everyone's story. Let's see. Maybe because there's just so many people that post stories. So
If you,
sometimes,
can you put her name in?
oh, you
Would
know
that-
what? That's a good idea.
I
So
see
it
it,
says
Ann.
Ann, I
can
think
see
I'm
it.
under Ann Patrice. Yeah, there I am, the third one down.
I can see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
does it
if I
show
go, if I click like the circle, like your picture, it'll say view story. Is this
Oh,
what you
there it
did?
is. Yeah, I
that
mean,
it?
it's not perfect, but that's the one I just made. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
wow.
so you could like add like a whimsical like meditating picture with or music with that. But I mean, even if you just posted it, like that's a really great
I mean, it was just this is the
but it
first
took
one.
you like 2 seconds, which is
Yeah, it
awesome.
took me
Yay.
2 seconds, but I wasn't sure that I liked it after I posted it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. I need to.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I know,
very
but
once you.
okay, so I used to think like I'm just kind of waiting. It says see at the bottom, it says no views yet. And that's okay because like people are living their lives. But sometimes like it'll like say like, oh, one person is, and you can view exactly who has seen your video.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I want anybody to see it, so.
Yeah. Well, hey, so I felt safer doing stories because I'm like, oh, they disappear. Like they're gonna disappear and like it'll be gone. Like, ooh, I just gotta wait 24 hours and then it will disappear. So
Yeah.
you get to kind of, but yeah, so here's your stories. Does anyone else have a curious? And then if I post another one, it'll just, it'll just show up and it'll, just immediately follow this one. So I can add like another story.
Do you ever follow up with your viewers?
I don't because I want them to reach out to me. And so it kind of encourages me to like make as many stories as possible because they will reach out to me if they want to, so I feel like it's my job to create the curiosity and pull them out of the woods, into the clearing where I am. And so I'm just trying to like dribble and so and that's why I'm trying to like when I'm trying to interact with I'm trying to interact and create questions and create feedback and get as much engagement as I can. You can do like little, you can do little,
Do you ever ask people to contact you though, if they're interested or?
oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I mean, on my Facebook stories, I do that. Like I do, or I'll be like, hey, ask me some, if you're interested, come. So I've had one view. You viewed that. Let's see who. Ian, you viewed it.
Story.
It's my
So
story.
you mean on your post that you suggest that people contact you for more?
Yes, I do. Like
posts,
I
not your
don't do it.
stories.
I don't do it every time, but I'm like, hey, if you want more information, reach out. I don't ever put my live link on there either. Let's see what I've done on like some like this one. Oh, I guess I didn't
What do you
give
mean
away.
your live link?
So my personalized Live Younger link, I don't ever just throw that out there and just say here because I want them to come to me. I'm trying to think if I have.
And what are all the like hashtag things helpful for, Sarah? Because that one that you did with the frequently asked questions, should I wear these patches forever? It had a lot of like things below you, like a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
hashtags.
true. That's true.
What was that for?
So
What does that do?
You know, that's a really good question. And I think I would ask like ChatGPT about that,
Okay.
which we could do because I'm not even really that sure what to do. I did just showing you at the bottom. I said, reach out if you're feeling the effects of aging and want to start activating your master cells. So, hashtags, I don't
It's like a
really.
tab that takes you to other links that have similar words or
Yeah, so I
ideas.
think if people are searching for that word like natural remedies, your post can come up.
Yeah.
So it's really just, so I asked, ChatGPT to help give me some post ideas, like or some hashtags. I was like, let me know what, you can do. So or like give me some because it knows my business and what I'm doing. I then was like, hey, give me some hashtags and so it did. So but yeah, so let's see. Does everybody know how to like change if you click on like your Facebook profile picture, you can change, your story, you can change your profile picture, you can add like a frame. And I would encourage you, if you're not making any posts, to try to make one post, you could try to make one post you could try to make one post a day, like not a day, like a week or maybe a couple times a week, just to get yourself out there and start with engagement. Like if you haven't been on Facebook or your social media for a while, just say and also know that you're also having new followers. And so every now and then it's a good idea to introduce yourself, like, hey, like, I know I got a lot of new people on my page. I just want to, say thank you for following me and this is what I do, like would love to connect with you, or you can get on your Facebook page and be like, hey friends, I haven't connected with you guys in a while, why don't like let's get to know each other post, so you can ask ChatGPT for what's a good get to know you post. Like seriously, ChatGPT is gonna take all of our brain cells. It's gonna do all the thinking for us. So should we all try to create a post real quick, or do you guys have any more questions on what you guys can do for that? Or
Hey, I just posted a story about my tree trimming. And I can't find it. I don't know how to find it to look at it. Do you know?
okay, let's see. To find your own story, you're gonna this is what you do. So if you go to like just your normal story and you click the picture, it'll give you an option to view your story. But also, when you're scrolling and you're on the scrolling side of Facebook and you're not on your own page, there is, you've got and this one right here will always be your story, the one closest to your picture. These are your stories, and then these are everyone else's stories. So if you have posted, it
Yes.
would be right here.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Can I ask another really silly question? I literally can't get to my front page. I can only get to the page that has the stories on it.
Okay, so this button here at the very bottom,
Yeah, the
you
home
click,
button. Oh no, the notifications button.
it's down here at
Oh,
the
the menu
bottom,
button.
and then you have your name at the top.
Yeah.
So you click your name, and then it'll bring you to
Ah,
your personal page.
thank you. That's the page I was looking for.
That's okay.
We are
So,
really out of it, aren't we, Sarah? You're
I
probably
mean,
laughing at us.
you guys are gonna go so far. I'm so excited. We are
It
at
says
the
I have 417 friends.
Yay, good. I love that. Okay,
Sarah,
so I think a fun challenge would be for us all to make a post this week, maybe even doing a little video, or you can take a picture of yourself in your lawn and saying this is like one of my, just be creative. It doesn't have to be business related unless you want it to be like a fun curiosity post. But try to have a engaging post. Just put yourself out there. There's no wrong post, really. The only wrong post is just when you don't post.
Sarah,
Yes.
I tried to look up your Instagram.
Okay,
I
so it's
I couldn't
actually,
find you, but there's
yeah,
a lot of
so
Sarah
there
Roxburghs.
it is. So my Instagram is Activate with Light. Activate with Light, Sarah Roxburgh.
Activate with Light. Sarah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can see actually everything on my Facebook page has been completely just, I don't ever post on my my Instagram. I want to do better because I have some like really fun like before and after pictures. Um, yeah, so I just,
Can you show us?
yeah, so it's all on my Instagram page. So this is for
Oh,
the Instagram. You know, you have like these little highlights down here and they're like, oh, actually, I guess I could show you on my, now that I know what I'm doing. So, is this is my Instagram page, which I don't do near as well on, like only 276 followers, which is really sad. But I have my number on there as well. Like, hey, contact me for free samples. Like I'm trying to get people to contact me. No one ever does, which makes me think no one ever sees this, which is fine because I don't really do that much on it, but I have, these before and after pictures here, so I'm like, oh, and you can add, it kind of looks like a story. And I wanted people to be able to go here and see some like fun before and after pictures that I had kind of collaborated, which are definitely not the extent of it either. So, and this one, let's see, stem cell patch. I don't know where that one is. So let's see.
Sarah, if you find something interesting that somebody else has posted on Facebook, do you
Yes,
share it
I am
sometimes?
always,
What do
yeah,
you do? What do you
yeah,
do?
so I am always screen capturing.
mm.
You got more turtles.
With who?
Brantley and Ted Ashley.
Are you going with a parent?
Huh?
Are you going with an adult? I'm gonna go walk up there in like 10 minutes anyways. Okay, I won't. I'm still on my call.
She asked you.
Okay.
No, ask her.
I am still on my call, so walk away and I will help you in just 10 minutes.
We're gonna go to the
I'll see you guys up there. That's fine. Okay.
So
Okay, sorry
you-
about that.
You
So,
said it's a screen, you use screenshot capture.
so yeah, so I'm always, let's see. Okay, actually, I'll go back to that. So, yeah, I'll meet you guys up there. Okay, so I am always trying to like when I find mainly on Facebook, but when like, Stacy posts something exciting or, Renita always posts a lot of, fun, quirky stuff. And so sometimes, you'll get a lot of, um, let's see, things that other people post and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Even if it's like a picture of someone with a patch or, there's so much that could, I don't know, like this is really cool. Salt, the first known essential. So I'll literally, tap that, or actually what I'll have to do is screen recorded it. So then I chop it, crop it, and I save it.
Mm.
And how you do that, if you don't know how to do that. So I save that to my photos because I'm like, oh, that's an interesting like knowledge on salt, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. So how you
So it
screen,
goes to your photos then, right?
so then it goes all to my photos. So I'm like, ooh, like I am constantly, I mean, she posts a lot of videos of herself. She's very good and very active on here, but sometimes like, oh, like ribeye nutrients. It's just if I see
Crop
something.
that, and I understand the safe part, but how did you crop it?
Okay, so with my, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna stop mirroring and I'm going to just to show you guys. So I literally am pressing like these two, but like the top of my
save it.
volume and this.
Right, so you save it first.
Oh, so no, I literally like, because sometimes if you press a photo, it'll let you save that photo. But if it's a video or a reel, you almost have to screenshot it. And so I screenshot it by pressing these two buttons together like that. And then
That's for iPhone 15. It could be different.
So there is a way to screenshot. And so then if I screenshot it, then I can kind of like crop it and, you know,
Oh, you just touch it to crop it?
There's an
Yeah.
there's an edit function. at the
Edit.
bottom.
Ah,
After you,
so,
thank you.
but
Never
after you
something
take a
else.
picture, then you edit it. After you take the
Hmm.
picture, you hit the edit button, and then it will
Yes.
have
Okay.
choices you gotta
Now-
kind of explore.
Now, I don't want to blow your all's minds,
Uh-oh.
but you can actually, and Ford, you know how to do this.
No,
You screen record. So if you see a video that you're like, oh my gosh, this is like I'm just right now, she's got a video of David Schmidt talking about light as medicine.
I don't think I know how to screen record. I mean, like that.
So say like, let's, for instance, you're watching like a Monday morning miracle call, right?
Right.
And you're like, oh, that person's testimony was so powerful. I just want that, like part of it. You're watching it on your phone. You swipe like cross, like think
Hmm.
that way, or you swipe down, or no. So you kind of like diagonally swipe. And this button right here that looks like a bullseye will allow you to screen record.
Wow.
And so then it's like, 3, 2, 1, my screen is recording. So now if I go, okay, you have to edit the video like afterwards. So I always create enough time. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it. And then my screen is recording this. And when I press the button, it's recording when you have the red button up top.
Uh-huh.
So
Cool.
someone else has like a video or you've watched something, and the beauty of it is that it's not recording your voice. Whereas if I tried it on the computer, it picks up all the noise. Whereas this will only record the actual video that's actually playing on my phone. So then when I come off and I say, screen recording, I want it to stop, it will save it in my, okay, so I'll just show you guys on my thing real quick. This is just something that, because testimonies are powerful and not everybody wants to send you a 30-minute, video. So I'm going to just show you guys real quick so I just literally, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go, so see, this is the screen recording that let's see. Mirroring. Oh, you can see it. Okay, so you can see it. I'm like, why is it not showing up? Okay, so if I'm like, okay, well, I want to edit this video, right? Because you can see like the video is not perfect. So I just kind of move this along to where I want it, and then I'm gonna move it this way.
We're not seeing what you're seeing though.
Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?
No, not right now.
Is it? Oh, I gotta share my screen. That would help, wouldn't it? Huh? Okay. So now I will mirror what I'm doing. So whenever, let's say, okay, discard changes. So I'm going into my photos because I'm like, oh, I just screen recorded something. So I'm going to go, and as soon as you stop, it takes it to your photos. And then this is it. This is the video that so I go here and you can see like there's a lot of, I need to edit. So I take this arrow and I'll drag this in to where he starts talking, and then you can press play to make sure it's in the right place. And then you can crop it straight up to just listening to one person's testimony. Like if you're like, I just want what this person said and I want to share this with my friend, or I want to create a video with it, you can literally crop, as much down of it as you can to try to make it look like you've just, got the video yourself. But, it's still
So within seconds, there was a balancing.
So I'm not going to save this video, but you can, right? And it's not like it's not the end of the world if you have all of these like, thumbs or prints or something like that. You can try to edit as much of that out as you want. But yeah, so you really, and then you save that video. And so
Can you save multiple copies or different clips from the same video, or just one?
Yeah, I mean, so what you would do is when you're saving it, you're going to save it as a new video. You're not going to save that original
clip.
video. So
Okay.
I'm going to save that as a new video. So now I have my original, which is the one with all the buttons, and then my 8-second clip. So now I can go back in here and be like, okay, I want to change. I'm going to click the button at the bottom. Now I just want this part of this part of the story. Or you can really, and then if you, if you have an iPhone, the phone gives you like an iMovie. And so it allows you could add all the clips together if you wanted to create like a little, movie video of all of them together, just segregated and stuff. So, but yeah, so this is another really cool, fun tool. I mean, you can, change the filters if you wanted to and make them look all funny. But yeah, so yeah,
Wow.
this is another fun thing that you can do, because sometimes like you're like, oh, I'm scrolling and like
Hi, man.
you see like videos and and
Hi, Matt.
some
Swipe,
of them are,
swipe diagonally and hit your bullseye.
what's that?
Swipe, I'm just trying to remember, swipe diagonally and hit your bullseye if you want to
Yeah.
record the screen.
Oh yeah,
recording
yeah.
video.
So I really wanted to do this for like the doc talk and stuff, but they've specifically said you cannot do it for that. But sometimes like you have a lot of people that are, doing the business like and if I can't save the photo, I'm trying to think like Ron Rayburn, he's got some fun information on there too. And sometimes if so sometimes I'm like, oh, I really like that. Like, oh, this, like, for instance, like this, see, I can't, like, for some reason, it's not a photo. This right here, it's like a video. So I'm going to screenshot that, which I'm pressing both buttons on the side of my phone. I'm going to crop it. Not that I'm going to post anything with LifeWave. Maybe I will. I don't know. But now I'm going to save it as my photo because I'm like, that's really cool. Like, did you know that we've won this 2 years in a row of Bravo and what that means to a lot of other networking companies? It's pretty remarkable. So yeah, so I like to, Ron Rayburn's, I'm telling you, he's now adding more music and stuff, but he's very original. Like nothing that he does is anything special. But yeah, so it's cool. It's exciting to see. So yeah, so when you're following someone else like Cashel, she's another really good one that has a lot of really good information on. Let's see if she's posted any stories lately. Tries to insult me by calling me a conspiracy.
What doctors? I loathe them. Doctors. You don't. Why? COVID. Me too. I haven't been.
I mean, so if you're like, oh my gosh, I want that video, you could totally screen record it.
The CDC.
Okay, so, but let's see, like sometimes she posted like Titanic, the turtle version. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that's so funny. So
Wake up in the morning and my body is tight because once you're over 40,
so she's definitely starting to so just lots of really fun things that you can just use. Some people are super educated, like every rush. So if you're like, oh, I just want I like that phrase, but I can't, do it or whatnot. So she's a doctor, so she gets away with a lot of if you probably need to activate your sense. Oh, that's so funny. If you can remember this, huh? 1991. So funny. So there's a lot of fun things to do. And I think it would be really fun because sometimes like this is uncomfortable for us to do and it's not something that we are comfortable doing. But if we did them together, it would kind of make us do them and it would be more fun, right? And it's always, for you to, okay. Oh, Susie, does Susie on here? Oh, Susie, I was like, oh, I just got a message from Susie. Oh, what was it saying? Not sure what, oh, awesome. she said she used ChatGPT to help her release and edit 12 kids books, which is phenomenal. So you can really do so much with ChatGPT. But I mean, is this normally a good time for everybody? I don't know if you guys want to do something like this every week where we can either learn something new or just actually, I would say, put into practice what we have learned. Because if we don't use it, we lose it.
And at some point, could we do Instagram? I know nothing about Instagram. That would be fun to learn.
Yeah,
too.
definitely. Instagram is very much the same way. It is very much just posting, you do post, but it's very much it needs to be a picture, you know. So and so yeah, I would love to if we could do Instagram next time too. So, but it's very much I actually have all of my Facebook posts go to my Instagram. They're linked. So I don't even post on my Instagram, although you can see it's not helping because my Instagram is not growing, unfortunately. But my Facebook is, and I think that's why I'm settling there. But Instagram is another way of, there you go, Annie, up high. There you go.
I'm trying to
know,
figure it
like-
out.
But it's amazing how it actually does make a huge difference, the angle of the phone. But
Just
Well,
And-
this particular time may not be the best because that Live Younger has their training, you know.
Oh,
their-
yes,
they
and
give-
I love that training. On Thursday, I would suggest to get on it. But if you guys come back with like a time of like, hey, this time next week, we could go ahead and just be like, okay, next week, whoever can get on the call, let's you know, you're right, 10 o'clock Thursday is not a good time
What,
because
other time is good? Is
Mm,
good for people? Is Thursday a good day?
Mm.
You look at a time on Thursday? Or maybe after? Is it too late for people if we did it and like the Live Younger is at 8 o'clock my time and it's supposed to be a half hour. Well, let's say we did it at 9
Mm.
o'clock Pacific. Is that good for people on Thursday? 9 o'clock Pacific?
That's good for me.
Yeah, that's
Is
good.
that good? So let's try that. And then
What time?
let's try that. We can do like a working one, you know, we can take the assignment Sarah gave us, right? To make a post, right, on Facebook. And does everybody think that that assignment would work for them or do they need it adapted? Like, I'm not sure. Shirley, do you do Facebook?
I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
I'm a total learner, so how do we get on Live Younger?
I'll tell you, I'll
yes.
let you know.
Yeah, you want to get yourself on the automatic text messages because it's literally just a click of a link of a Zoom. So
Yeah.
Anford will definitely make sure you're hooked up with that. But yeah, Thursdays at 11 o'clock normally work. My
Yes.
homework would be for you guys just to be active, to post something, post a story, play around with it, make a post, get to know ChatGPT or let ChatGPT get to know you by answering those questions.
Sarah, I just discovered something because I really have a hard time like posting because I don't, like I said before, I don't love the way my face shows up in a two-dimensional frame. So, but I just found an Meta AI on my phone, like on Facebook on my phone, that will take my image. You know, I have to show it all sides and add some extra pictures, and it will create my image either as an impressionistic or like 1960s, or I mean, it just creates a little caricature of me that might be more pleasing. So
I just
I'm
love
like-
you.
Maybe
Too beautiful already.
Well,
Anne.
I
thank
love
you,
you.
Carol.
You don't
I probably need to
any-
hear that a few more
You
times.
don't need any AI, okay? You're beautiful.
Anyway,
I know,
I was
I
just
mean-
encouraged that I can create a new, like an image that would, you know, make me feel happy to post. So I thought that was cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Very good.
And, I mean, I would say encourage you to, I mean, there's nothing wrong with like putting up like an avatar or something like that, but people relate to true, real genuineness. I feel like we see all the Kardashians and all of the fake people, and those are so unrelatable. They can relate
Yeah.
to you. You know, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh, I'm like behind on like 10 years of sunshine of living in Scotland. So I'm like out there soaking up the sun, and I was like, oh, I can see some wrinkles. You know, it's a fine balance, but it's like,
Well,
it's a-
you're gonna love this picture of me. I'm just telling you right now, you're gonna love it.
all right, Cheryl, you had a question before we wrap up.
Yes, quick question. Recently on Truth Social, I think it was that no, X, on X. Are you on X, anybody?
Yeah.
Never
I
heard
think-
of it.
Okay,
I
they've
haven't heard
offered,
of it.
Twitter.
there's an offer for Starlink for like $200 off. So
What
that
is Starlink?
Starlink is like,
Satellite
It's-
internet.
Satellite phone, isn't it?
yes,
Satellite
for the
internet.
internet. And
Oh,
it's like,
wow.
instead of your cable or your CenturyLink or whatever you have to get your internet in the house, Starlink captures, I mean, it's Elon Musk creation, but
Oh.
it's a special right now, and it's like $200 off. And it's like, I think maybe it could be like $200 to get the box, to get it's a screen, and it's not very big. It's about the size of, computer monitor. And you install it like somewhere on your property that will accept it, And
But
then
and that gives you what? What does it provide for you?
internet.
All of the internet? So
Modem.
everything?
It's modem. It's like, instead of having to get cable or your phone service, AT&T or whoever you have a modem through, you don't use that. You just use Starlink.
So is that the only cost then? You don't have a monthly fee?
Yes, there's a monthly fee, and it's like 120.
Oh, okay.
And I'm paying that right now for CenturyLink, like 120, but they're giving us like a $200 off, initial setup, which is like, I think it's a good deal.
So, I just not to add more to the mix, but I pay $19.95 for my TV, for my like anything that's on my television, the Wi-Fi that comes into my house. And then I pay on my phone, I pay $300 a year. So that comes out to about what, $15 a month for the Wi-Fi on my phone. So between the phone and the house, it's about 35, 20 and 15 is $35 a month.
Wow.
I don't know how how much that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
the advantage of Starlink is, for some people, it's really valuable because it goes to places where you cannot get the internet. And it's
Yeah.
based off the satellite, so it doesn't really go down the same. And you can also request a mobile feature, which is a little bit different equipment, so you can take it with you. I have friends in Canada that are out in the middle of nowhere. They had to pay a lot more for the equipment. So that is maybe a deal that somebody like Shirley wants to look into. So Shirley X. is Twitter.
Wow, that's
X is Twitter.
amazing.
So Cheryl, if you can send me that, I'll try to get that to Shirley, because she's out in the
Okay.
Thank you.
So for next week, we're gonna do an hour later. It'll be on the same Zoom link. Sarah's gonna help us. We'll do at least an hour of work time, so try to do that assignment. And I had heard from the Live Younger training, which was on social media today. They did a little preview for the directors, and above it was an assignment of comment on 5 people's Facebook posts a day. Don't overdo it, but try to comment and try to like, and then try to post something too. So, I mean, we're not, don't push yourself too hard, but it helps you become connected to their algorithms so that you are showing up more places. So
I like that. Yes, I try to think of it like, okay, I'm getting on for business and I'm going to set my buzzer for like 15 minutes and I'm going to just comment on people's posts and engage like, oh, what a cute doggy here. And that makes you show up on their feed. So it
very
is, and it blesses them too, because it helps their algorithm goes up as well. So it's just, it's a good thing to do. So.
Okay, and I'm just gonna say a quick prayer, Sarah. Thank you so much. God bless Sarah for being such a willing.
Thank
neighbor to
you.
us,
Thank
for
you.
her energy, for her kindness, and for her creativity. We appreciate what you put into her, because we are receiving from that. And we want to use the time that we have and the things we're learning to enrich our lives with your love, and to be able to reach more people, to help more people receive things that you want to enrich their lives too.
Thank you. I
Amen.
love you.
Amen.
Okay. Guys, it was very fun to be together today. Maybe we'll get to know each other more and get to start following each other, huh?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
So next week.
All right.
That's
Let's
good.
go
Bye-bye.
see those Facebook posts.
you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.